I grew up in California, but I was born in Mexico. So I moved to California when I was about 3 years old, and I moved with my brothers and my mother and I. So we lived there, or I lived there until I was about 15 years old. And then after that time, I went back to Mexico, spent another 5 years there, and then to uni there. And then after uni, I decided to go to Canada to live there for about a year, to Vancouver. And then after Vancouver, I went for a while to New York. And then after that, I decided here to come to London. Um, I think, yes, it definitely has influenced. I mean, having the opportunity to grow up in different cities, um, and along, my lifetime in different countries, um, it has given me the opportunity to, kind of like have an eye for different um, garments of fashion, and different ways of how people think, how they dress, um, why they dress like that. If it's, wearing a certain type of jeans that people like, to a jacket, to selecting a color. All of that is really interesting for me. So it kind of like does or has influenced a lot until today, to understand, what it is the Antonio Marquez woman, or man that it is that I'm designing for. So yeah, I'd say it definitely has influenced a lot. I think it started quite back, when I was a kid. My mother, she would be working in LA. She would be modeling, and so she would have like all these photo shoots and all these pictures of her and set modeling, and all the clothes that she wore, and there was kind of like a lot of makeup, happening there, and even the perfumes that she wear. She was. I remember back then she used to wear. She had like a selection, but two of the perfumes that I still remember a lot was this perfume called Paloma Picasso and Chanel Number Five. So since then, kind of like that's where it started, and then from that, when I was a teenager, I had the opportunity to be in this really amazing band. It was kind of like a boys band in Mexico. So while being in the band, I had the opportunity to kind of like style up the rest of the guys, and I would be kind of like in charge of to see what would each guy would be wearing for the gig, or what was going to be happening there. So then from then, when I finished high school, I realized that I really liked it, that I really liked design. And so when I took that test that they give you in high school to check what your skills are, I kind of like had a high score in creativity and design. So then, like taking all of that, I realized that I just wanted to focus on creating design, fashion. And I guess that's how kind of like I realized that that was a path that I wanted to take. Well, at the moment we have an amazing, extensive range of handbags that we're developing right now in Paris. So we were working on that. We've been trying to innovate and trademark different leathers that they've been kind of like doing kind of like a bespoke service for us in France. So we're working on that. We're working on this amazing photo shoot that we've been trying to get working, collaborating with different artists, from makeup artists that are friends of mine to hairstylists to amazing photographers. So we've all kind of like been trying to build this photo shoot that's going to be at the end of the month. I'm developing this amazing dress for that day. So we're doing that. We're also developing an iconic handbag for a premium high street brand that kind of like we've been in touch with. So the idea is to create this amazing iconic handbag that can be, globally recognized through the brand and designed by us or myself. So yeah, that's that. I mean, that's what's been happening. We also have London Fashion Week, which is going to be in February, but we're kind of like making sure that everything is happening, in the right time. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's more collaborations that we are looking into doing, and just keeping pretty busy. I mean, I would define the AM brand as a brand that you can look into and see it as an iconic brand, you know. But a brand that also evolves into lifestyle. So you know, it's really about the whole environment that the brand can offer, you know, to the public and to the clients and to everyone who follows and likes the brand. And for that, we kind of like focus a lot into creating, you know, kind of like amazing products that we consider amazing, which in quality and design, you know, and long-lasting products that you can, you know, heritage, you know, like so the this is kind of like the vision that we have as the brand of the ethos, you know. Yeah. Well, when I'm starting to design a collection or you know, I have something that want to design, um, it really starts from the music really that I listen to when I'm designing. But I think before the music, it comes out from, you know, if I saw a film, you know, like the few days before, or if I went to the art gallery, you know, or if I saw some amazing artwork in the street, you know, or if I saw someone in the street walking with something that I really liked how it looked. So the inspiration really just comes out, you know, constantly. And a lot of the inspiration also comes from, you know, if I see like a person, you know, like if I can see this amazing, really nice girl, woman wearing something, then that inspires me, you know, straight away. It comes to my head of seeing like this design, and then I work on that. So when I sit down, you know, on the desk and I'm listening to that song and to that music, that gives me that energy and that, you know, that whole vibe of creating something in that context. Um, that's where it comes out, you know, that's where that flashback of what I thought back then or something, it connects to what I'm feeling, how I'm thinking at the moment. So, I mean, a lot of that comes through there. A lot of that comes through according to, if, you know, if I'm doing a collaboration with someone, I would be inspired of that, you know, if it's that other artist, you know, that I'm working with, what they've done in the past. So kind of like the whole inspiration is always, it's just amazing that time, you know, that moment where you're just kind of like receiving the inspiration, because that's where it's kind of like you plant that seed, you know, and then it just goes from there. I get all the leather goods, like the handbags and everything that we do. We have this amazing, I mean, yeah, this amazing manufacturer in Paris. So we have the opportunity, and we're lucky enough to get our manufacturer to be based in Paris. So all the leather good is done in Paris with our artisans there, and then all the clothing in our ready to wear range is done here in London. So it depends. Some, you know, we have like some garments will be done in Italy that have to be done in Italy, and then the rest will be finished here in the UK. I design personally here at the studio because it's kind of like my space where, you know, I feel inspired of everything that we just said. But yeah, we try to keep, you know, I think everyone kind of like, just if you let, you know, the people work at what they're good at, you know, in this case, you know, we are really proud to say that we have our manufacturer and we produce all the other goods in Paris and are ready to arrange here in London. You know, if you divide that and then everyone does the job at what they're good at, then you can come up with, you know, this amazing product that you can actually see in the shelves, you know, or in the racks selling in the shops. Well, we have a number of places that we are looking into distributing the products. You know, you know, from France to all across Europe. You know, here in the UK, one of our biggest kind of like cities and countries that we're looking at is overseas in the Middle East. So we're looking at this year in the Middle East, in the Far East. We're kind of like really focusing at the moment in Hong Kong, where we have a couple of potential buyers there that are really keen on the products. And we also want to kind of like, step foot in the US, which is somewhere where it kind of like takes me back to my background, and I would love to see my products more in like in California, like in New York. So yeah, but we are trying to keep it really tight at the moment, just to make every step kind of like the right one. Um, well, I mean, I see this amazing, beautiful woman, wearing these bags, a woman that is really into the finishing of a product, that wants to feel elegant, and wants to feel, sexy wearing a bag, and that knows what they're consuming, which is that quality of a product, and a woman that, maybe likes heritage, and then maybe a woman that says, okay, well, I love this product, to be part of my collection, because I value this item. This just this, very powerful, creative woman, who is ready to be part of something that is not just the moment now, but a woman that can look forward to the future, and has this really unique way of thinking with kind of like, way of being a visionary of time, you know. So yeah, I think, I mean, it can change in different ways, but that's pretty much the way that I see kind of like the woman that I am focusing on, at the moment. Well, I mean, the way we brand the products is, well, I have a bag here that we can check. But basically, what the way that I thought about branding the products was that I think it's really just about time. Like what when you travel to a place. If you're going to work or if you're going out, or traveling on holiday. I think it's all what that bag translates, is what you're putting inside the bag. So then that kind of like defines, if it's in the night or if it's in the day, or what place you're going to. So we've created a bag, or the bags with the range, was that we've kind of like, we've defined these stitched quilting lines that each line represents an hour of the day. So then, for example, this flat bag here is, it has 6 stitched lines. So then this one would be like for 6 hours, right? If you go out or somewhere. So inside, would be designed according to a 6 hour space that you would be needing as a woman. So, if you spot your eye on one of these bags, then you can actually identify the bag as being in Antonio Marquez bag with the branding of the quilting lines. Well, we really want to focus on distributing, which is kind of like where we're trying to reach that level where, we're trying to go from national to, global. So we're going to be focusing on that definitely, in the next coming years. We want to grow our range in men's and women's wear. We're going to do a couple of other brand stretching, which is going to be other lines, division lines and that. We're also doing a lot of collaborations, which are really exciting. We're collaborating at the moment with some technology company, and we're going to be doing something involved with music. So that's something that I'm really excited about. I can't disclose exactly what it is that we're going to be doing there, but it's amazing for us. It's a great opportunity for the brand, and also it just helps us reach more target audience. Also, we're looking at doing some stuff with some restaurants here in London that we're going to be designing some stuff for them. So that's also great. That's also exciting. But mainly, it's just, to keep working, to keep focusing on what you're doing every day and just make it happen, and that's pretty much what, the whole philosophy is, to waking up every day and enjoying what you do, and just, making something every day that you can go to bed and just be, really satisfied and happy about what you did during the day. And I think, you know, if you just keep like that, then, you know, with the time, then, you know, in 2-3 years, and we'll be where we want to be.